He was graceful and he was quiet. He was unbeatable. And for a moment, Joe DiMaggio was everything America wanted to be. And so this is the legend of Joltin' Joe. I'm Matt Hasquin, a high school history teacher, and I'm taking you through Billy Joel's We Didn't Start the Fire, topic by topic, line by line. We're to the end of the second line in the first verse. We've been through South Pacific, Walter Winchell, now Joe DiMaggio. Joe DiMaggio, of course, was born in 1914 in California. He was the son of Sicilian immigrants, and he wasn't supposed to be a sports legend. His family wanted him to be a fisherman. Instead, by 1936, he was wearing Yankee pinstripes, and by the end of his rookie season, he was already a star. DiMaggio was elegant. He glided across the outfield, and he hit with power and precision. He wasn't flashy like Babe Ruth. He didn't showboat, but he had grace, and he had the stats to match. And he led the Yankees to 9 World Series titles. He was named MVP 3 times, but his most unbreakable mark came in 1941. It was the summer of 1941, and Joe DiMaggio did something that no one else has ever done, before or since. He hit safely in 56 straight games, and that record still stands. To this day, no one's come close. And it wasn't just a baseball feat. It was a national obsession. Newspapers tracked every game. Radio shows gave updates. Even soldiers in training stopped to listen. America was on the brink of war, but for 2 months, the country was united by one question: can DiMaggio keep the streak alive? And when it ended, the U.S. was still stunned. But by then, Joe DiMaggio wasn't just a ball player. He was a symbol. After the streak, DiMaggio's fame soared. He played through the 1942 season. Then he enlisted in the U.S. Army Air Forces during World War II, and he served for 3 years. When he returned, he picked up right where he left off, hitting, winning, and staying silent through it all. And that was part of DiMaggio's mystique. He was dignified. He was private. He rarely gave interviews. And in a time of shouting and selling, DiMaggio was a man of stillness and steel. He retired in 1951, a legend. His career stats, well, .325 lifetime batting average, 361 home runs, 13 All-Star appearances in 13 seasons. But DiMaggio's fame didn't end with baseball. In 1954, he married Marilyn Monroe, Hollywood's biggest star and America's most famous sex symbol. But the marriage only lasted 9 months. It was plagued by emotional distance and DiMaggio's discomfort with her public image. But even after they divorced, he never stopped loving her. After her death in 1962, DiMaggio sent roses to her grave 3 times a week for 20 years. He refused to speak publicly about her. In private, he blamed the Kennedy family for her downfall and reportedly told his friends, "I'll never forgive them." Their tragic connection became part of the DiMaggio myth, the silent sportsman and the wounded icon of beauty. Why does it matter? Why does Joe DiMaggio matter? He wasn't just a great athlete. He was an ideal. He was cool under pressure. He was quietly excellent. He was deeply loyal. In an America that was uncertain and noisy and often at war, he represented something steady. That's why in 1969, when Simon and Garfunkel asked, where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio, in the song Mrs. Robinson, it wasn't about baseball. It was about the loss of grace in American public life. Next up in We Didn't Start the Fire, well, it's Joe McCarthy. So follow to keep learning the story behind every lyric. So that's Joe DiMaggio, Things You Should Know by Being Alive. Thanks for watching.